is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Guys Podcast. Another video, same outfit. As you know, I'm pre-recording a shit ton of videos. So yeah, here is the video for today. It's another list. Last time we looked at the top 10 horror movies that surprised me, and today we're going to look at the top 10 horror movies, plus some honorable mentions for the first time, that I enjoyed that most people don't. Most critics, most people hate these movies, but I enjoy them. So, without further ado, let's get into the 3 honorable mentions I picked. First honorable mention is Truth or Dare 2018. Everybody hates this fucking movie. And it's about the truth or dare, and it's like a curse, and it's people just the entire time. Most people hate this movie. It was made to more try to appeal to the teenager demographic, and I get that. I was a teenager when I first watched this movie, and I wasn't really formulating good opinions, maybe, and I kind of like this movie. I'm in the vast few that actually like this movie. There's another Truth or Dare that Blumhouse made that's got a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. Let me know if you want a podcast of that. Josh is shaking his head no, but I enjoyed the fuck out of that movie. Another honorable mention, Halloween 3. People are finally coming around to this movie, and I love it. This movie is a perfect one-off movie, and this was the original idea for Halloween. It wasn't going to be about Michael Myers. It was going to be a series of just spin-offs. So like spin-offs, I'm forgetting the damn word. Anthology. It's going to be a series of anthology films all centered around something that happens on Halloween. And that's what they did for the third one. And people flipped their fucking minds because they wanted Michael Myers back, which is understandable. Michael Myers is the face of the Halloween franchise. But Halloween 3 does so much for this franchise too. It is a perfect Halloween movie. I watch it every year on Halloween. It follows a Silver Shamrock mask company, and they're making these masks, and they play the Happy Happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween song, and it causes the masks to turn into a bunch of insects and melt the kids' heads. And that scene alone just fuels the movie. But yeah, my next honorable mention, you heard us talk about like 2 weeks ago on Valentine's Day. It is Valentine. I don't see why this movie gets so much hate. Me and Josh watched it. We both enjoyed it. Now, I know people are like, it's just a generic holiday movie. But this, to me, is more than a generic holiday movie. I feel so much happiness when I watch this. And I want to feel with the movie. I want to feel terrified when I watch a horror movie, but I also want to feel happy sometimes. I sound so weird right now. This movie alone, you've heard my review. I'm not going to go into it again. I thought this movie still holds up to today. I really don't want them to like remake this or anything. I think it stands well on its own. But now we can get into the list. Coming in at number 10, you're already going to hate me for this. Give me Seed of Chucky. Some people are coming around this movie, but most people hate it. This is Chucky's 5th outing. And it revolves around him, Tiffany, and Glenda. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Because that movie goes wild as hell. And watch it for yourself. There are so many jokes that I could pull out, like masturbating midgets. Britney Spears is that the 5th one where they kill Britney Spears? Yeah, they kill Britney Spears in this movie. Or Britney Spears. Next, Scream 3. Personally, I don't believe there is a bad Scream movie. I also call this Scream featuring Creed. Because Creed is like the most featured artist band in this movie, and I'm all for it. Fucking love Creed. It revolves around Sydney and they're making a film. They're making, what, Stabs 3? 3 or 4, and the Ghostface is taking out cast members left and right, and twists and turns, and you'll get more into this on our podcast, but I'm going to spoil right here. You find out Sidney has a secret brother, and his name is Robin Bridger. And that is our killer. And I get why people hated it, because it got changed so much and everything, but I think it was a pretty enjoyable movie, and I look forward to watching this again when we go to a deep dive on the podcast. Alright, number 8. Spiral from the Book of Saw. Now, I know everybody's like, what the fuck? And justified, that's your opinion. But I enjoy the traps in this movie, the music in this movie. Chris Rock is fucking hilarious in this movie. And it revolves around Jigsaw, like a copycat Jigsaw. It's not an apprentice this time, I don't think. But he's using, like, Jigsaw's traps, and it's called Spiral from the Book of Saw, so he's literally using the blueprints for Jigsaw. There is no blueprints, I'm trying to make an analogy here, but he is basically a copycat Jigsaw, and it's done very well to me. The mascot, they don't use Billy the Puppet, because that's associated with Jigsaw. They do a pig, and this movie is fun. Check it out if you've not seen it. Now, another one I'm going to pull. Number 7, Wrong Turn 4. Horror in the Snow. We asked for it, and we got it. Now, you know me and the Wrong Turn franchise. I like some of them. I hate some of them. I think the 7th one was probably the best. The remake. But Wrong Turn 4 comes on this list because I kind of enjoyed it when we watched it. Might have been the people I was watching it with that added to the experience of watching it, but this is on the list because of the sheer amount of fun that I had watching this. Check it out if you can handle it. If you can't handle it, watch another movie. Number 6, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. It's not one of the best Texas Chainsaw Massacres, but the one thing that makes me enjoy this alone, Matthew McConaughey, because what the hell was he doing in this movie? Like, some of the weirdest shit you would think of, but it's funny as hell. I laugh my ass off every time I'm watching Matthew McConaughey in this movie. And it came out on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. I have that, so if you can get this movie on Blu-ray, snatch it up now, because I don't know how much longer it's going to be in print. You need to watch this. Number 5, Black Christmas 2005. Now, this movie, I know to a lot of people, is very, very weird. I enjoy it. Like, it comes on every Christmas on, like, HBO or Showtime or whatever channel decides to show it that year. And I watch it. And I've watched it multiple times a year. Like, twice, 2-3 times a year. And I get enjoyment out of this film. It's a remake of The Black Christmas, except there's this added lure to that, is Billy has a sister-daughter. It's kind of his mom and him. I can't say that on YouTube. What happens in that movie. But I enjoy the kills of this movie. I enjoy the plot, except for the incest shit. It's a fun Christmas thing. I don't know if you'll see it on the podcast. I don't know what I'm doing around Christmas yet. We haven't even got that far yet, but just maybe one day you'll see it on the podcast. Maybe not. One movie I can tell you you'll probably never see on this movie will be Black Christmas 2019. It will probably never be on the podcast. Number 4, Queen of the Damned. This is the sequel to Interview with a Vampire, and it follows Lestat as he becomes a rock star. And I know you're like, what the hell? Yep, that's the entire movie. Lestat becomes a rock star, reveals he's a vampire, pisses off the elders, and they come after him, and there's your movie. A lot of other stuff happens, but I don't know, I fell in love with it. Maybe it's the rock star part. Music is a big part of my life, so maybe it's the rock star part that definitely makes me fall in love with this movie a lot more. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times, and I bought the Blu-ray, and it comes with actually Lestat music videos. Alright, top 3. Coming in at number 3, we have the Prom Night remake from 2008. Oh my god, is this movie hated, but from the opening, I kind of enjoy it. It's got Brittany Murphy, not Brittany Murphy, Brittany Murphy was not in this movie. This came out in 2008. She was in X. I forget her name. This is not good for me. I usually am spot on with the names, but I'm also losing. Brittany Snow plays the main girl in this movie. And it revolves around prom. This killer is obsessed with Brittany Snow, and he's taking out her friends. He's taking out her. He's taking out everything. And he takes out her parents, and all culminates on prom night, and I enjoy the fuck out of this movie. Anyways, coming in at number 2. Fantasy Island. Nobody liked this movie. I like this movie for reasons of people who I watched it with. This was just a fun experience for when I watched it, people I watched it with, and this is why I'm basing it on alone, is if I'd watched this by myself or not with anybody, this probably would not be number 2 on my list. But for the experiences and the jokes that we made watching this movie has boosted it up high for me. And number 1. Let's get into my number 1. Any guesses? You probably know what it is. Number 1. House of Wax. This is a movie I enjoy the fuck out of. I watch it at the beginning of every college semester. It's a tradition I started, and I do it every year, and I'll probably watch it again. It's on Fear Fest every year. I watch it. The first time I watched this was back in like 2019 when I got it on Blu-ray for the first time before the Scream Factory came out, and I got the poster hanging up like right over here. You can't see it. You probably saw it in my Oscar video, but it's over there, and it's chilling, and it's on my wall. Where do I even start? Jared Padalecki. Cool death. See Paris die. Literally, Paris Hilton. They were not hiding the fact she was dead, and do you get a good kill? My god, that is worth 10 points alone. You're going to hear so much more in the podcast for this, but anyways, this has been my top 10 horror movies. I called it Guilty Pleasures, but this is horror movies people hate that I enjoy. There's a longer title, but anyways, be sure to reel it in. My weird advice for the day is don't pour nacho cheese on your nipples. Anyways, I am going to actually go do that and pour nacho cheese on my nipples. And then I'm going to pretend I'm a nacho. You guys have fun, and I will see you in the next video.